Ready?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is the Loop Logic Podcast. I am your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Reggie Robinson.
And your boy, Dennis.
And if you have been listening, this is now episode 26. I'm going to give myself and my guest, Dennis,
Yep.
a round of applause. Yeah. 26 episodes in, about a quarter of the way. We doing this bitch 100 episodes and counting. So, today, we are talking about conspiracy theories. Now, I have a list of conspiracy theories that I found online, and my male companion here has his own conspiracy theories he found online. So you say you want me to start first?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right.
See what you got.
I went off a couple websites. I think I went off like 4 or 5 websites. I found some conspiracy theories that people know of. I found some shit that I've never heard of, and some of them just straight up wild. Like, I don't know where the fuck niggas get this shit from.
We should start off with the wild ones.
The wild ones?
Yes, the wild ones.
Let me see. Oh, I think I talked about this on one of my past podcasts. I don't know what episode it was, but about Tupac Shakur,
There's some wild theories.
the rapper.
Not theories, but conspiracies on his death.
Mm-hmm.
Lay it on me.
Well, what I found. Well, first, what I heard about Tupac. First, they said the nigga dead. Then they say the nigga could be in Cuba. They say I heard he could even be a fucking homeless guy.
Nah, bro. Tupac homeless? I doubt that.
Or like disguised as a homeless guy, like not actually homeless.
Why would you go to the trouble and disguise yourself to be homeless after having a successful career? Just cop an island.
I don't know. What's the point of faking your death though?
I honestly don't understand.
Like, what is he actually trying to get out of that?
I mean,
man, I feel him if the publicity was too much, but
that's true. He did literally name his album "All Eyes on Me." Yeah. He was one of the hottest rappers.
And what was the other one? That Machiavelli shit. And if you haven't heard, you heard the story of Machiavelli, right? The actual Machiavelli.
I heard some of it. I'm not completely familiar.
He was a guy. I can't remember what century it was, like 18th century maybe. But he got this is where he got the whole idea of faking his death from, was from the actual Machiavelli. He faked his death way back in I think it was the Renaissance era.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, like a long time ago. He faked his death, and I got to look more into it, man.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, but that's where Tupac get that from, faking his death. But what I found, they say Tupac is said to be living in Nevada.
Nevada? Why? Out of all places?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. They say Nevada state law permits that you can fake your death to obtain a new identity.
But why go there?
That's why.
But I'm pretty sure they have other places all around the world that might have the same law. But why there?
I've never heard of that.
I've never even heard of that either.
Well, yeah, but
because I know faking your death is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
That's illegal as shit.
Well, they say you can fake your death, and they say you can go to Nevada to obtain a new identity if you want to.
In that state.
Yeah. So they say he could be in Nevada, Cuba.
What's in Nevada? What you got over there?
What? Huh?
What do they have over there in that state?
Las
that
Vegas.
I don't know
Las
about.
Vegas strip clubs.
So you think just Tupac chilling, low coasting at a strip club in a casino?
How old was he when he died? First off,
what's up?
When he died, how old was he? Like what? 21, 22?
He was still young.
He could fake his death. He probably because he didn't have much facial hair.
Oh, man,
he get a new identity, grow some facial hair. He was bald, grow some hair.
Right.
Yeah.
He probably got the whole Snoop Dogg ghetto, shades under a palm tree, dreads. Smoking on some good shit.
I don't know. He could. Nevada, Cuba, homeless dude. Which one you going for?
Man, probably the one in Cuba.
Yeah, I say Cuba. I don't know about the homeless guy.
I wouldn't go through all the trouble of just faking my death.
That's like the one movie.
And go homeless.
The Do-Over.
The Do-Over?
You seen that?
Is that the one with
Adam Sandler and
The Do-Over? Is that a recent movie? I don't think I've seen it.
It's on Netflix. I think it's Adam Sandler and David Spade.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. No.
They faked their death in that movie.
How did that go?
It was a crazy ending, but the movie good as fuck, bro. For real, bro. That shit go hard.
Shout out to my dog Adam Sandler.
Hey. Oh, what? You want me to keep going? You got one?
I mean, you can go off a second list. All the ones that I have are pretty much known conspiracy theories, that are happening within our government.
Oh, fuck it.
See, I'm interested in the wild ones. See, I didn't know they have some crazy ones.
I got another wild one about Elvis Presley.
What about Elvis?
They say he could still be living as someone named John Burrows.
John Burrows?
Mm-hmm.
Why John Burrows? That's such a whack name.
Hey, nigga need new identity.
Good old John Burrow down the street.
Right? No, it's crazy. I don't know what website I was on, but they had a lot of celebrities who've faked their death, I guess, and came back as different names.
And they're documented.
Yeah.
That basically, you fail your plan. How you fake your own death and we still know about it?
I mean, well, I guess they haven't found a nigga. But they just heard shit.
Right.
What's another one? The Earth
is flat.
Yes. You should already know that one.
The good old Kyrie Irving out here dropping wisdom.
What you think about the Earth being flat?
I mean, I don't know. I never travel around the world for me to actually...
You know what? I thought when I first heard it, I'm not even gonna lie. Of course, I thought it was complete bullshit.
Yeah, but when you think about it,
But I've seen a lot of videos and interviews and shit. Some of the shit kind of makes sense, bro.
A little bit. We truly don't know. I don't have a spaceship in my backyard.
Cause I think they were saying something about planes, when you're on a plane, how the plane basically just goes up in the air and just goes straight across land, right?
Yeah. But
they said if the Earth's supposed to be round, we would be curving the whole time, basically making a turn the whole time.
Pretty much.
And then plus, say if we go to a different, say if we take a plane to fucking Antarctica or some shit,
right?
That's on the bottom of the Earth.
Yep. I don't know, bro. What's
the
height?
We fall off the Earth?
I mean, if it's a flat Earth, I guess so, bro. I guess so. Because the highest point is Everest. Motherfuckers die all the time when they climb up there. And the last person who traveled around the world, if I'm not mistaken, was it what? Was it in the 19th century?
Who?
I believe it was a woman.
Oh, you talking about what's the bitch name? Fucking Amelia Earhart or some shit.
It sounds close enough. I recognize the name. Let's go along with that.
I think that's her.
Yeah, she never made it back. She
probably know what the fuck she was doing.
She probably did.
Wasn't nobody flying planes at the time.
That was a long time ago, though. See, if we, the only way to actually find out about this, if we all had our own ships in our backyards, and we'll have the capability, engine or whatever facilities to make a whole trip around the world. That's the only way. Unless you're, a scientist and you're gonna fund a project to travel around the world. But I mean, does it really matter though if the Earth's flat? Nothing. Hey,
it makes sense, bro. I don't know, man. It makes sense to me, dog. Just a little bit.
So we're flat earthers.
So, okay, so what? Okay, so I know they were saying something about gravity. I'm not even sure exactly how gravity works, if you ask me.
I'm not a scientist, but I mean, we're planted on the ground.
Gravity keeps us on the ground.
Yeah, we're on the ground. I forgot what my teacher told me.
So they might not know what they talking about.
I mean, essentially the whole universe is unknown to us. So what the fuck do we know? As long as we know the Earth is flat and the moon is cheese.
No, no. The moon is not fucking cheese. That's one thing that the moon is not cheese, bro.
Man,
where did you hear that shit from?
I don't know.
That's a conspiracy too, right?
It was like all
Because
these.
people really do think the moon is fucking cheese.
It's like an old thing. I used to see it in these cartoons.
I heard Dave Chappelle say that before. I thought it was one of his jokes though.
It's a joke, but I don't really think it's a credible conspiracy theories. Not that conspiracy theories are credible to begin with.
All the shit is pretty stupid anyway, so I mean...
The moon is cheese and the Earth is flat.
I would say so.
Yeah. I hope it's provolone. You know, I fucks with provolone. If the moon is made out of cheese.
Yeah, you was not getting to the moon, bro.
Hey, have we really been to the moon?
Oh, here's another thing about the Earth being flat. I forgot to say this. It says I think they were saying Antarctica. Damn, I wish I still had the website, but it says there are ice walls at the edge of the Earth.
Wait.
Meaning that's what Antarctica... Because they had a picture of the Earth that was like flat out instead of being a globe.
Yeah.
And you know how Antarctica covers like the whole bottom of the globe, right? So they had Antarctica going around us, which is... They say it was ice walls.
All over the Earth?
Instead of Antarctica.
Huh. That's crazy. Isn't during the Ice Age, everything was frozen?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole Earth. I mean, it's possible, because, you know... Yeah, it's... We'll never know, man.
I want to go to... Can you take a plane to Antarctica? I've always thought about that.
I don't think you can actually go over there.
Do they have an
can probably
airport?
go over there as a scientist, or
Do they have an airport?
in Antarctica.
Is it people over there?
I would say no, but what?
So it's like unconquered land. 'Cause I've always thought about this shit. Like, go over there and just start building shit.
With the igloos?
Hey, bro, look. Listen. Just go over there and start building shit, bro. Start your own city.
Right.
I mean, niggas might not want to live over there, but hey.
Nobody wants to live over there. It's cold. An
Yeah.
iceberg might fall on you.
They had Eskimos back in the day.
You gotta watch out for the penguins. Are
Like-
penguins really friendly? That's what we need to be asking ourselves.
Man, look, we gonna be eating them fucking penguins, if anything.
Oh, why, bro? Penguins are dope. Gotta get them seals, though.
So you wouldn't come to Antarctica?
Nah, we're eating straight penguins. Penguins are basically squirrels if we stay in Antarctica for that long.
Squirrels. Ice Age. What's another one I had? Oh, UFOs.
UFOs. I mean,
I believe that shit.
we can't be the only ones on Earth, man. It's completely
All the aliens
impossible.
and UFOs, I believe that shit, bro.
Right? It's like,
Because like, I don't know if it was you or if it was somebody else. I was telling like all the movies that they have about aliens and robots and shit. Like, how is that shit not possible? Like, how the fuck y'all niggas just think of some shit like this?
so you think the first person that ever came up with the concept of people from outer space, it probably came from him seeing something that was completely out of this world for him to be like,
Yeah.
there's life other than us in this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then this another thing, like with the whole Area 51 shit.
Yeah.
If it is aliens, why is that such a big secret?
Public perception, scare the
Who
crowd.
gives a fuck? Who the hell
Bro,
is
there's
gonna
some
be
people.
scared?
There's some people. You remember when 2012 was a thing?
Mhm.
How people were saying the world was gonna end like in 2012.
You talking about the movie or just?
No, just in general.
Okay.
They made a movie. It came out after 2012, which is funny.
Yeah.
But
Right.
the movie No, not the movie, but you know how I believe it was the Mayan calendar was predicting the end of the world, and it will fall on 2012. And during that day, some people believed it. Some people committed suicide, bro.
Yeah. Yep. I heard about that. And
Yeah.
that's crazy as fuck.
It's like we truly don't know when the world's gonna end. I mean, scientists are telling us we're gonna run out of fossil fuels in like 10 years.
Oh,
Make the switch to electric. Get yourself a Tesla for the low.
let's make the switch to water. Can we run out of water? Yeah, we run out of water. Fuck am I talking about?
We're polluting. We can,
What can we not run out of? Like oxygen?
oh, we can mess that up too.
Oh well, yeah, we already doing that.
Shoot, if you can drop a gas bomb inside a building and cloud the whole thing up, you can do the same thing to the earth.
What do you mean?
You know how it's an example. You know, if, let's say you have a fish tank and you have a small ecosystem and you're feeding these fish. You're cleaning the tank up. What's gonna happen if you don't, protect it or take care of it? It's gonna pollute. The fish are gonna die. It's gonna get dirty.
Right.
Same thing, bro. Earth. We're living in a giant fishbowl.
That's a conspiracy theory.
That we're living in a giant fishbowl?
Not a fishbowl, but a snow globe.
Oh, that'll be crazy.
You never heard that one?
The one thing that came to my mind as soon as you said that, you remember in the end of Men in Black, how there's these two aliens playing around with marbles, and when the camera zooms in, it's a bunch of universes?
It's something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. They said basically that we're like kind of like a test, test tube type of thing in a snow globe on somebody's desk in an office somewhere. That's what they say.
That would be crazy. At this point, we're not even a
That's
test.
wild. That's some of the wildest shit I've ever heard. Like if that was true, just imagine that, bro.
I don't. That would be crazy.
Everybody should just run to one side of the earth and knock that shit off.
Right? No, then we're just tiny microscopic people.
Fuck it. I'll be in the real world, nigga.
Shoot.
Fuck you mean? That shit like shit like that. I don't even know how the fuck niggas put this shit together, bro.
Brainstorm or some good ass drugs or
brain damage.
Brain damage.
That's what the fuck that is.
Shoot.
Nigga smoking rock, sniffing rock or some shit. Sniffing the whole rock.
Or how our lives are a reality show or a TV show for some other people that are watching.
I think I've heard some shit like that too.
They made a movie about that.
Did they?
I think it's called The Truman Show with Jim Carrey. I might be wrong.
It's a show or a movie?
No, the name of the movie is called The Truman Show with Jim Carrey, and it's like he's living in his own sitcom. And he hears these other voices. He's aware that he's being watched, but nobody around him is aware. So he's basically having he's going crazy, but he's aware that he's being watched.
What is that? I need to see that.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I might be wrong about, but it's something along those lines. How the movie starts and begins. They also had one similar with Will Ferrell, where he but it's some lady monologuing his life on a book. Oh God! She's reading the book, and
is that a comedy?
I think it is a comedy.
I want to see that.
He's living out his life, but how he would think, but he hears a voice in the sky, and it's somebody narrating his life, how he plays it out.
What fucking movie was that? Semi-Pro. Remember when he got, did he die or he got knocked out or some shit, and his mom was like Patti LaBelle?
Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
That's the one with
Semi-Pro.
Andre and what's the other dude from Step Brothers?
Kyle Naughton Jr. I said, I'm stupid as fuck. That's him from
I'm trying to remember if I know.
That's him from Talladega Nights.
Yeah, how you gonna name this character's name?
I don't know his name.
John C. Reilly.
I call him.
Is it John C. Reilly?
It's something Reilly.
But you know,
I call him Kyle Naughton Jr. though. For real. But in that movie, in Semi-Pro, I think he got knocked out or something, and then he died and went to heaven, and his mom was Patti LaBelle.
Patti LaBelle? Why would Patti LaBelle be
exactly
your mom?
Exactly, bro. Like
you're Will Ferrell and your mom's Patti LaBelle.
Okay, look, if that was Andre's mom, that would make a lot more sense.
Of course, but it's Will Ferrell. It makes it funnier.
It just look, bro. Her part was basically a cameo. Like, why the fuck are you his mom? That was so confusing to me, bro. It wasn't nobody else. Like, they never showed his dad.
They never show his dad?
No.
So Will Ferrell's black and white.
Yeah, but the black mom.
Now we know where them curls on his head came from.
Yeah, right. Patti LaBelle. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, man. Patti LaBelle. Imagine if Patti LaBelle's the god of everything. That's the conspiracy theory right there. Patti LaBelle's god.
No, bro. The fuck?
Imagine if a celebrity was ruling all over Earth. Like, what's a celebrity? The Kardashians.
If they was what?
What if the Kardashians are ruling Earth, bro?
Fuck no, hell no, bitch. We gonna be fucking destroyed.
What's her name? Kylie Jenner? How old is she? I'm older than her, and she's a billionaire, bro.
She is. She's like my age. No, she's younger.
She's young.
She's like 20, I think.
Because Tiger was knocking them boots, boy, when she was underage.
Yeah. No, somebody going to jail.
Right. Does it pick it up?
Don't mind us, it's the hood, okay?
Oh,
you hear that a lot. For real, I've been hearing that shit damn near every day now, bro.
Didn't they pull somebody over recently? A couple days ago.
Pretty sure.
Right across the street, some homeless guy.
From your house?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. What would a homeless person be in Stuckey?
It's a place to be. I don't know. What are you saying? Kim Kardashian?
Oh,
Chloe?
yeah,
No. You said Kylie.
Yeah. Well, the whole... my statement was Kardashians is ruling the world, bro. Conspiracy theory right there.
Is that some shit you making up for?
I just made it up. But imagine you have a family.
That is the worst conspiracy theory, bro.
Of the most richest people in Hollywood, and they're on everything.
Okay, I see where you're going now. I see what you mean.
Bro, Kim Kardashian went to the White House and got people out of jail.
You think they're one of those families?
Shoot. It's a lot of those families around here, man.
For real.
Shoot.
You think so?
Maybe. What's that? You think they're Freemasons?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That Freemason stuff sounds sketchy. But
Yeah.
I've seen so many people talk about it, how they're, like, they casually talk about it.
It's this one kid I went to school with. He said his granddad was a Freemason, but he would talk about it like it's normal.
That doesn't sound, it's like the whole Scientology thing that they have up there. It's like a
They have a Freemason church in Groveland.
They do?
Yeah, it's right there on 19.
What do they even study? What do they even talk about?
I have no clue. I'm not stepping in that bitch.
Oh,
Freemasons Lodge.
No.
They got one right there in Groveland off 19.
They already have some weird logos in the signs. Based
Yeah,
on the Freemasons.
The little triangle shit.
Triangle, the all-seeing eye. That's where it's from?
The all-seeing eye.
Yeah, you know, that the eye thing that they have on top of the pyramid on the $1 bill.
Yeah. That's
Freemasons, right?
That's not the logo though.
But it's something along those lines, similar, right?
Yeah. It's a well, it's like I forgot what the fuck it's called, bro. But it's like a ruler and it's like something else. But it makes this like the symbol like this, and it's a G in the middle.
Oh, that already sounds sketchy right there.
You never seen that?
I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's the Freemason. Let me see if I can pull it up, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that's the Freemason shit.
Then we have the Freemasons, Scientology. Scientology, that's a religion.
That might be the same thing.
No, I think they're completely different. Scientology is a religion. I might be wrong, but a religion based strictly on science.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Just straight up
that's
science.
That's it right there.
Oh, the way you made it sound, you made it sound ominous.
But that's, you see, like, that's what makes the logo like that.
It's like, why that? Those are tools that navigators use. You get what I'm saying? The logo?
It says Freemasonry or Masonry consists of fraternal organizations that trace their origins to the local fraternities of stonemasons.
In the end of the 14th century, regulated the qualifications of stonemasons and their interactions with authorities and clients.
They didn't explain shit. They just repeated the same thing like 3 times.
That's very vague. It's not really telling me what they practice and what they're really about. But based on what I've heard, it's basically people that run stuff from the background.
What are the beliefs?
There we go.
Freemasonry is open to men of any faith, but religion may not be discussed at Masonic meetings.
Masonic meetings. So they probably do talk about shady stuff.
The supreme being. Masons believe that there is one God, and the people employ many different ways to seek and express what they know of God.
Huh.
I feel like this is all bullshit.
It's basically,
like, I feel like they're lying. Like, these are lies.
From my perspective, I've always believed it was a cult.
Because they're really not saying nothing.
They're just
the teachings and practices of the secret fraternal men only. That's pretty gay. Order of Free and Accepted Masons, the largest worldwide secret society. What the fuck is the big secret? Like shit like that. What is the fucking secret?
It's already sketchy that it's only exclusively to men.
It's sketchy. It's sketchy that it's a fucking men's. Damn, you got me fucking up. No, it's sketchy that it's a fucking secret organization.
Yeah. And it's on Google.
Right.
And it's not explaining anything.
That's the shit I don't understand. Like,
it said one thing that stood out: how they worship one supreme being.
Why the fuck do we have secret organizations?
Probably somebody that was bored. Be like, let me be a part of something.
You know what I'm saying? Like, really, like, why do we have secret organizations? For fucking what? What the hell are y'all hiding that y'all can't tell us?
That's an easy way to manipulate people into believing in something if they don't have nothing to believe in.
Exactly.
It's pretty much what it is.
You got one? You want me to go?
You can keep going.
Let me see.
You got a way better list than mine.
Well, like you said about the moon.
The moon.
Not about cheese. But it says the moon just doesn't exist.
Then what the fuck are we staring at? A projection?
Close. Said it's a hologram put there by persons unknown.
Oh man, you know that reminds me of this movie.
I think that's pretty hard.
That does sound. Hey, have you
it's like the Batman symbol in the air?
But it's a moon.
Yeah, right.
Who the fuck is it called?
I'd be mad as fuck. What the fuck?
The moon, man.
It's a fucking projector off somebody's porch or some shit.
That's a strong ass project. That's a quality projection right there, my guy.
And nigga had the 4K shit way before us.
Right. Fucking A. Are people living on the moon?
Are people living on the moon?
Yeah.
I don't think the moon's livable.
No, but I believe that's a theory. I might be talking out of my ass, but I've heard.
There's nothing but rock, though, right? Like,
I mean, we're not even up there. What if they have a secret moon base up in that bitch?
Yeah, right. Let me see.
Fucking crazy.
No, I don't think so.
But just to backpedal a little bit. Have you ever seen the movie Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that popped into my head. You know how this group of friends go into the cabin and they're not in control of anything. They're just playing out what the people behind the scenes want them to play out, all their actions.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. You know, you have people in these offices in the movie that are aware of these supernatural creatures and they have it hidden off of the world, and they bring these group of friends to an isolated area to be basically sacrifices. And then it all went to shit. It sounds a little bit ridiculous, but you know, people just basically controlling your actions.
Oh, you said Cabin Fever?
No, not Cabin Fever. Cabin in the Woods.
Oh yeah, well I was getting you confused with Cabin Fever.
No, that's the one with the skin disease.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, what? But yeah, I know. I've seen that movie too, Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Fuck that.
Oh man.
I had one about Woodstock.
Woodstock.
This was pretty wild. It says possibly a post facto propaganda job by an anti-war movement.
Woodstock.
Yeah. Said it was a post facto propaganda job. If you don't know what post facto means, basically saying if you can remember it, you weren't there.
Oh shit! So some brainwashing shit that was going on there.
They was saying like Woodstock was just kind of like a make believe thing for the war or some shit.
Shit, that wouldn't be too far off because you know the CIA and the FBI, they're already sketchy, especially the CIA.
Yeah.
Because FBI, they're usually involved with federal crime. CIA, those are the ones that do all the shady shit behind.
No, I think it was something with the CIA about Woodstock.
You said Woodstock. First thing that popped up in my head was the concert.
Yeah.
The concert?
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
You're talking about the concert?
Yeah. Really? They're saying that it was a post facto propaganda job.
And this was, what year was this? Like early?
I think it was the 70s.
70s? 60s?
Nigga, somebody is going to the fucking jail.
Right. Trying to run a podcast. Somebody's out here trying to commit a crime.
Right. Post facto. I'm gonna just look up what that means again.
Oh, something that's done literally afterwards. Like, as soon as it happens, the moment after it ends, it's what follows after. So basically, they sat there, and if they forgot, they left. If they forgot anything or whatever they learned and whatever went down in Woodstock, they would forget about it.
Yeah.
Literally right after they got done whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely possible. Oh, that's probably true, because back in the day, there were so many propaganda that they had kids, military people just join for the draft, happy as hell to join.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted people.
That probably was some brainwashing shit.
Probably, I wouldn't
be surprised. And then
be
people
surprised.
was on hella drugs.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Like LSD and all that type of shit. So I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
Of course.
But that one's a little tough to explain. That one's.
It is, because I don't even. I wasn't completely aware of that.
Yeah, that's what I say. When I heard that, I'm like, because I thought Woodstock happened.
Yeah.
And they saying it didn't happen.
No, it did happen, because when I was up in Pennsylvania, I went to this local barbecue place, and they had a shitload of photos from Woodstock.
You look, well, on the website, that's why I said, I got this from the website. They said, if you can remember it, you weren't there.
Shit.
Which is weird as fuck.
That sounds interesting.
Like, when it said that, that just left me at a question mark. Like, what the fuck?
So, you're telling me they used all these artists to gather all these people to push whatever they're trying to push?
Cause you know how they say, they have shit happen to distract us from something else.
Yeah, that happens all the
some
fucking
shit like
time.
that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna go to the next one. Oh, it's another one about the moon. The moon landing.
Oh, the good old moon landing.
Right. The classic fucking conspiracy theory.
This is my take on it. I feel like we never actually went to the moon personally, because we're fully aware we've only been there once. Correct?
Yeah.
They were just trying to beat the Russians, bro.
Yeah.
I believe that they actually set up a whole set and made it look like they were landing on the moon.
That's funny you say that.
And then promoted that shit just to beat the Russians.
That's funny you say that, because I read something that's basically exactly what you just said. They said they had different pictures and videos. One picture they had, it was a picture of, you know how they stuck the flag in the moon?
Yeah.
The flag is waving.
There's ripples on the flag?
Yes.
There's no air up there.
Exactly. Now that's one strike.
Yep.
Now they said they got the ripples, like you said, it was like a stage kind of. They had a fan blowing.
They had a fan. And these are supposed to be one of the best scientists in the world.
This is what they say. And it was another one. It was talking about, I think they said something about his shadow.
There's no light source unless it's from the sun, or some lights they had on their ship, or
exactly, or stage lights.
Exactly. Yep, stage lights. That's the only way you're gonna cast a full shadow of a person.
And not only that, they were talking about his the boot print.
What about the boot print?
Now this one, I think is kind of bullshit. Cause I mean, we all know what a fucking astronaut boot looks like a moon boot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
It's like a big ass boot.
They said he was wearing what I seen look kind of like more like cowboy boots.
Oh hell no! So probably like those fishing boots that the end of the tip of them are round.
Yeah, it looks more like that.
You can camouflage something. It's possible. Because we think about it this way, bro. We haven't been to the moon, or we haven't even planned a trip to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to go, but
I'm not trying to go either. And we have people already talking about Mars.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's dumb as fuck too.
It's like Mars.
That's the closest one to the sun, right?
It's like it's a 4-year trip to Mars in space. That's what they said. Because I was watching an interview and Elon Musk was gushing all over it. They were talking about basically, essentially, essentially colonizing Mars or start a small population, make it livable.
Yeah, because they said they have a water source up there now.
Shoot, I didn't even know they had a water source up there.
That's why they were going, like, you know, like the little rover shit.
Oh, the drones?
Yeah, like they said they were taking samples of like the land. They say you're able to farm up there and cultivate and harvest, you know, crops and shit. And they said they have a water source, so we have water. But you know, Mars don't got fucking oxygen. So why the fuck are we going there?
It doesn't have oxygen, but will we even be able to actually walk over there? Because gravity is completely different than Earth's, you know.
We're gonna be floating.
Not floating, but what if it's like the gravity is like 10 times heavier than Earth's?
So what, they gonna pull us through the ground or some shit?
We don't know, bro. We haven't been to Mars. We only had
that's just that's kind of like what they say about what is it, like Jupiter or like one of those gas giant planets.
Those you can't even live in them.
Exactly, like you can't even, like they say, like their gravitational pull is so strong. If you go past the shit, it just sucks you in.
They said it's like those planets, those gas planets, are basically nothing but storms, 24/7.
Shit,
nothing but like I forgot which planet. It has like a big eye in the planet. It's like a big ass hurricane.
I think that's Saturn.
Is it Saturn? No, Saturn has the rings, right?
Where's the other one? Is it Jupiter?
Oh man, I know the names of the planets, but I don't know how they look like. But it's one of them.
I think it's Jupiter. One of them two, bro. It's one of them two for sure.
You sure?
I think so.
Yeah, but it's definitely one of those planets. Shoot. And that's... Even if they try to take a trip to Mars, I'm not a scientist or anything, but I've seen a lot of science fiction movies.
Okay. I don't watch sci-fi.
I love sci-fi.
I hate sci-fi movies.
Oh, you're bugging. And you got all these topics and you don't even watch sci-fi. But anyways, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
I lost your train of thought too. Cause I had something stuck in my mind I was gonna say.
Yeah, traveling. Like, you know, they came up with a date, not a date, but like a estimated amount of time to actually reach Mars. They say 4 years to get there and 4 years back, but time works completely different in space than it does on Earth.
Yeah, because they could save, what do you say, 4 years?
4 years, and that shit could be 30 years.
Exactly.
On Earth.
You go there fucking 18, or all your homeboys 18, and y'all come back and everybody else fucking 59 and shit. And you looking crazy as fuck.
Right. You go see your grandkids and you're younger
that
than
would
them.
Suck, bro.
That would.
And I heard that about astronauts too. Like when they go to the moon and shit, like they say it takes years.
Well, in space, because we don't know if they've been on the moon again.
Well, when they go to space, not just the moon, or
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, when they go up in space or whatever. Here's another thing I thought about. I never see I never see them come back down.
What do you mean?
When they go into space.
They pick a place where to land. They usually land in the ocean.
They got a parachute, or?
Yeah, the shuttle has a parachute. That's from what I've seen, you know. I'm not really a big fan of astronauts.
That's why I don't want to go skydiving.
Skydiving?
Yeah.
I want to do it, period.
Because I feel like say, you know how they have what they call it, like base jumpers.
Yeah.
Like how do you fucking know you gonna land in this spot?
You don't.
Like, you know how niggas, they go skydiving and jump out of a plane. My biggest thing is landing in fucking water.
Yeah, because if you go bungee jumping, right?
Yeah.
Nah, well.
You said what? You said what?
Not bungee. Nah. It's when you jump out of the plane. Period. Like landing in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to do that because you'll get caught up in the parachute and drown.
Yeah.
That's why they never. I don't think they ever fly over the ocean. They just pick a control area and they do the classes or whatever.
I guess.
Because they have a few places around here in Florida that do shit like that. If you're crazy and you want to jump out of a plane.
I'll think about it.
No. I'll have a heart attack.
I really don't want to, but I want to just because, like, face your fears type of shit.
Yeah. One thing I would want to do, but it's probably just as equally stupid as Everest. climbing Everest.
No, I'm not doing that. That's dumb. that is stupid.
Supposed to be the highest point, and there's barely any oxygen.
You know, it's motherfuckers that's frozen to death on the side of that mountain right now.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Who haven't made it to the top?
Yes sir.
Tell them I said what's up.
It's a lot of people that died for bragging rights.
Yeah, right.
I better get a sponsorship from ESPN from climbing this mountain.
Bragging rights is not that important, bro.
Oh my
like, really?
God.
Bragging rights?
A picture.
But here's my thing, and I told somebody this is why I don't like running.
Why?
I would rather run on a treadmill. Cause look, say if I go jogging down the street, right? I gotta run back.
Oh.
Just like with the mountain, if I climb up this big ass mountain, I gotta get the fuck down.
Sometimes you gotta run, bro.
Yeah, it's better to go rock climbing.
Sometimes you gotta
climb
run.
that bitch and just jump right off. For real, you got cables and shit. Like,
oh man. Oh, for they ain't got no good. Man.
But you go mountain climbing, Mount Everest.
Mount Everest.
You get your ass up that fucking mountain if you want to. Ain't no coming down. You might as well stay up though.
Oh, imagine getting all the way up there and be like, we made it here. God. How long would you stay up there for? I would stay up there for a good...
Exactly, like, depending... Because how long it's going to take you to get up there.
Right.
And when you finally up there, what's next?
Let's say it took me a week to get up there. Now what?
Right.
I can just tell everybody, take a selfie and be like, yo, I just climbed Mount Everest.
Right.
Am I going to make the trip down? Oh, well.
My point exactly. Keep your ass on the treadmill. For real.
Right.
One more. Siri.
Siri.
From iPhones.
Ooh, I never use Siri. I've never used Siri ever.
I've tried to use Siri. She don't understand me.
She don't get you, bro.
No. That shit be pissing me off, bro.
Nah, because I've seen some wild stuff where Siri's straight up answers to the person, but I'm pretty sure you can optimize it or tweak it in settings. I don't know, because I don't play around with that shit, because I think it's sketchy. Same thing with the Alexa from Amazon.
I just heard something about that today. They're changing the voice to Samuel L. Jackson.
I might have to get one, bro.
I know.
I
thought about it.
Bro, imagine trying to order something from Amazon. Your package is on the way, bitch. Oh shit! You don't know that package is on the way.
All right.
For sure.
It says Siri can predict the apocalypse.
Can predict the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me Apple knows what's going on?
Yeah.
You're trying to.
Hopefully they listen, motherfuckers.
They probably are listening to our conversations, bro.
But here's one thing I found. They said let's say when you ask Siri in 2013 what day is, scratch that, hold on. I think it was a story I had read. It was somebody that said they tried this with Siri a while back, but they said they've changed it since then. Yeah. But they said this happened in 2013. They said when they asked Siri, they said what day is the 27th of July 2014. Siri says the opening of the gate of Hades, aka the end of the world.
What? Hades? Not Satan?
So that's what shut up. Hey, bro, come on, bro.
They out here playing God of War or something.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, Hades.
They say that's what Siri says. Says the opening of the gate of Hades and the end of the world.
It's a little too specific.
July 27, 2014. Well, that's a lie.
Right?
Because
2019.
Right?
Shoot.
They be lying like a motherfucker. Wait, first they say the world was going to end like in that Y2K shit. Remember?
Was it in the 90s?
That was in the early 2000s.
Because I heard one that was happening.
It was like actually, like a power outage or something with the computers.
I haven't heard of that one. I've heard of. Honestly, I think this was in the 40s, really long time ago. But that was when they played. I'm pretty sure you heard about this, where the radio started playing War of the Worlds, the book. They were
really?
They were playing the book, but in audio form through the radio, and people were panicking, and people were actually committing suicide, going crazy because they thought they were being invaded by aliens. And this was a long time ago. Like,
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, they played a H.G. Wells end of the world, and they were reading that over the radio, and people were panicking, thinking it was true,
Holy
like it was happening.
shit.
Yes. This was back
They
when,
thought they was broadcasting it like news?
yeah, they thought it was news, but it was a guy monologuing, just talking about the story.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and this happened when people didn't have TVs, straight radio.
That's wild.
The only access to information. From their perspective, it kind of makes sense, bro. We have phones, TVs.
Oh, well, yo.
But, and that was back then where, we still had PG movies.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you made the first rated R movie, every controversy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we can actually draw a lot of parallels between back then and now. Because, we have a different type of, not to sound corny, but, the way people are triggered nowadays. Or
how so?
Back then, the shit people used to get mad about before it became normal actually makes sense. Nowadays, it's, it's dumb stuff.
I see what you mean. People just too fucking sensitive nowadays. That shit's gay. for real, bro. No offense. Just throw that out there for any of y'all fucking honey buns get mad at me.
How you gonna say sorry and insult them back?
Hey, look, what did I tell you before we got on air?
No, I
if
know.
you gonna be gay, be
gay.
openly gay.
Yeah. Don't hide that
Trust
shit.
me. Do not hide that shit. That's why you're getting picked on right now. Let them niggas know you gay. Tell them you gonna suck their dick. I bet they leave you the fuck alone. Right?
Man. Yeah, that's true, bro.
Alright. You better be openly gay then.
Surprise.
Right? About what's the word I'm looking for? National emergencies.
What about? Oh, you talking about like Amber Alerts and stuff like that?
No.
You talking about actual national emergencies in general?
Like 9/11.
Oh,
Like what would you call that? That's a
a national emergency. World Trade Center. They targeted.
yeah. Things of such of
Yes.
such nature.
How?
9/11, how it was a controlled attack,
That's what this been.
and the crisis actors in situations like that. Like, like the Post nightclub shit in Orlando, 9/11, all those type of things. How they have crisis actors.
People that overreact based on that or try to sell.
But do you know what crisis actors are?
I know. I guess yes, but I'm having a really shitty way of trying to explain it.
They say it's like I said, when a national emergency or like a mass shooting or some shit like that happens, they have people who they've hired
That's involved in the incident.
that's involved in the incident, who pretends that like these would be the people who was like nowhere close to being shot and all that type of shit.
Oh, absolutely.
But they would be on the news talking about how horrific the shit was.
Oh, that's
But
so
they're
true.
actors.
Yeah, that's true, man. You know how that word fake news is tossed around like that, but that's actually true.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
oversaturated, but it's true.
Very true.
There's a lot of fake information, especially on. I think the worst offender is probably Facebook. Facebook has a bunch of ads and
Facebook
videos.
pissed me off with that fake news shit.
It's everywhere.
It's so fucking annoying.
Oh yeah.
And that's like what I was telling you earlier about how I was saying how they have fake ads and fake news and shit, about how they was making the fake ads like getting people to go against each other on Facebook.
Yep.
I talked about it on one of my other podcasts. It's a movie on Netflix called The Great Hack.
The Great Hack. Oh, is that with Snowden? No. That's something completely different.
No, it's kind of like a documentary type thing.
Nah, I was thinking about the whistleblowers.
But it's about this. They talk about this company called Cambridge Analytica that's overseas in the UK, and they were making like fake propaganda ads and shit on Facebook, posting them for the election.
I believe it, and usually, and these elections are basically a big WWE show anyway.
Yeah,
it's like
But if you get time, watch that.
The Great Hack.
Yes.
I seen
watch that, bro.
I think it's on the list, but I didn't add it to the list.
I added it. But watch that, bro.
Yeah.
It's good, bro. For real, for real.
See, I got that confused with the whistleblower. You know, Snowden. It's the guy that found out that the government was actually listening to our conversation through the phones. And he had to...
It's on Netflix?
They have something similar, but they should have a bunch of documentaries on that.
I'm finna say so. I'm finna watch that tonight.
Yeah, Snowden, he fled. I believe he's living in Ukraine. I might be wrong, but he's not. He's in Europe. Mm-hmm. Let me just say that. He's not in the United States. He has asylum in Europe. And I think the government's trying to get him back.
Mm-hmm.
If he comes back, he's getting the worst punishment possible.
Damn.
Yeah, like send his ass to jail for life. Because I'm pretty sure the government didn't want the whole public to find out. Yeah. Hey, y'all, we're listening to y'all. Yeah, that pizza you order. Yeah, we know about
it. Right. That's so weird though. Like, that's like something Dave Chappelle said. Like how they have cameras watching us and they can hear everything we're saying with microphones and shit. Who the fuck is actually watching these cameras all day?
Oh, bro. I think... Is it China? They have CCTV cameras fucking everywhere, bro. And they're trying to put up facial recognition cameras. And they have they're having a protest over there. I don't know what's it on, but I seen a video recently. Right now? I don't know if it's still going on, but I seen clips of it. People like mobs and like you know, all that type of shit going on. And I seen this video recently. I'm pretty sure it's China. I don't want to be wrong and butcher it. But they were knocking down facial recognition cameras they already planted on the street. See, that's sketchy right there.
They have that on Snapchat.
No, they don't have it on Snapchat. I just saw it like
They do though.
Oh, the
filters?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that was used. Well, they said I seen this on a meme, but I believe it.
I believe it.
They said it was used for FBI facial database recognition.
Of course, you're scanning your whole face into a database.
Exactly, and you know before the filter pops up, they have those lines and shit. Yeah.
That's they track your face.
That's exactly what that is.
You know how in movies they'll have an animated character. It's not a real person, but they have a person having real human movements. Yeah. You know how they wear the green suit and the dots all over their face. They're tracking their movements. It's the same thing.
Same way. Same exact way. And I that's why, I mean, I use filters, I'm not gonna lie, but...
I've used them too, but I knew about it.
I'd be kind of sketchy about using them bitches, bro. Just for that reason. Like, even if it is a normal picture.
What if Snapchat was a prototype for that this whole time?
I believe it. I mean, Facebook's damn near a prototype.
Because...
They've been working with the FBI for so long.
It doesn't even take much to get something popular, like a social app, to take off. You need to have a really good, credible celebrity, one of the biggest celebrities.
Not even a social app. Look at Flappy Bird. Remember that? The little game?
Yeah, but I see. Yeah, it doesn't even need. But for the point yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's simple. And that's the thing, that they know that shit. Americans like simple shit.
Yeah. It's like, I'm pretty sure we're a joke to other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why, and I want to go to a different country just to see how they talk about us.
Yeah, it's not good. I know that.
Yeah, I know they think we all fat and lazy.
Yep. Fat, lazy.
They always talking about the obesity shit in the U.S. They all think we all fat and lazy and shit.
They love McDonald's.
Hey, I went to McDonald's last night.
Nah, but you know.
For real,
bro. What if McDonald's is gonna take over the world, bro? They got them shits everywhere.
They could. You think they could?
I don't know, bro. You got big corporations that are basically the government because they oversee what the government does.
That's funny you say something about McDonald's. I'm gonna throw this out there. This is not a sponsorship from McDonald's, but they have their vegan burger now.
They have a vegan burger?
Yeah, what they call the PLT. You know, the BLT.
Yeah. Bacon,
lettuce, tomato. This is the PLT, plant, lettuce, and tomato.
Wow, you can tell they put effort in there.
Yeah, they did. A vegan burger.
Is that good? The vegan burger?
I would not try it. I'm not vegan. I didn't try the Beyond Burger. I didn't try the Impossible Burger. Not trying the PLT.
Man, vegans are just missing out on everything, bro.
Vegans?
Shoot.
Vegans are not healthy.
How so? They claim they're healthy.
They say that's like the least healthiest thing you can do is be vegan.
Be vegan?
Yeah. Because you need meat, nigga.
Not necessarily. It's good to have it, but...
I mean, it's on the food pyramid.
It doesn't mean it's on the food pyramid.
But for real though,
I mean, humans are natural born.
it's just like how people say we're not supposed to like candy and shit's bad for us, but we're supposed to have sugar.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Like the smallest source of it though.
But when you think about it, we already have all this stuff like on shit that just grows from plants and shit like that. You can get all those nutrients without eating any of it. But that's up to preference, because I don't want to be that boring and just eat a fucking fruit every morning.
I mean, vegetables grow too.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can make a good steamed veggie. Oh, I'm telling you.
That's like you know what jackfruit is?
Jackfruit.
Yeah, it's like it's fucking huge as fuck. I'm gonna show you a picture of it. But they say vegans use this as a substitute for meat. And they say they use the jackfruit, they cut it open, they take the meat out, and when I think they say they boil it, they put like barbecue sauce in it.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it comes out. It tastes like they say it has no taste, but they use it as a substitute for meat for the texture. But if you put barbecue sauce on it, they say like they use it to make like pulled pork and shit a lot.
See, I wouldn't put myself through the trouble of eating something like that.
See, look now,
jackfruit.
That's jackfruit.
Oh, I know what those are. I forgot the name of them in Spanish.
Yeah, they use this shit to make like fucking like vegans and shit. They use it to make pulled pork. It looks good. Not even gonna lie.
That does look good.
Like that's not meat though.
Looks like it.
Right.
Pulled pork. Vegan pulled pork.
And that's another thing, cause I went. What was his name? Damn, what the fuck was that kid's name? Marcos.
What, he eats that?
It was a black kid, but he was vegan. But I remember one day at lunch he was telling us how he had a vegan chicken patty. I'm like, how the fuck is it a vegan chicken patty?
That makes no sense.
Exactly. Like, why would you even name it chicken patty if it's supposed to be vegan?
What is in that chicken patty?
I think he said it's like just like substitute for like beans and tofu type shit.
That's gross.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That shit is straight nasty.
He was like, it's pretty good, bro. You want to try it? Of course not. Why would you even try me with such poison? I'm not finna eat that bullshit.
Right.
I have two more. Wildfires are controlled by the government.
That'll be kind of stupid if it is, because we're fucking up. We're burning crops and shit like that, especially
For real,
the
though.
Amazon forest, bro.
Not only the Amazon, they say a part of South Africa is burning too.
I mean,
somewhere else too. I can't remember.
It's kind of hard to say maybe a few years ago we could have been taught, but it's like it's getting hot and hot every year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the climate change shit.
It'll be really stupid if the government's really trying to have some type of weather manipulation or controlling the weather. Why would you burn forests or have these wildfires? Right. Basically damaging our ecosystem.
And with the hurricanes, bro, like I was telling people on episode Bad Bitch Weather. If you listen to it, BBW.
Yes, sir.
I did that about hurricanes, but I would say the same thing. Like, if you look, and I did my own research. If you look at the statistics, bro, from I think it was like the 50s and the 60s, we was not having hurricanes. Like, I'm pretty sure back then we didn't have a hurricane season. But as the time went on, 80s and the 90s, 2000s, we started having hurricanes a lot, frequently. And even now, in the past 5-10 years, hurricanes has gotten so much stronger, bro. Like the past, I think it's like 10 years, we've
Probably
had...
decade, yeah.
We've gotten hit by, like, 3 major hurricanes. Like, major, like, who did some crazy damage.
Yep.
I think it was Irma.
Irma.
Dorian.
Yep,
that
Dorian.
just passed. And I think Hurricane Charlie or Hurricane Francis.
I think was it Charlie? I've been through a lot of hurricanes here in Florida.
Yeah. But them bitches getting bigger though, bro.
Hell yeah. A category 5 and it grew. you know how they said that hurricanes usually touch land and they slow down?
Mm-hmm.
The hurricane was going through land and getting stronger.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I've never seen that before.
It's like how you gain speed and you just went through islands.
Like, I tell people all the time, I'm born and raised in Florida, and I've never heard of a hurricane moving at 1 mile per hour.
That's a fat damn.
Traveling at 1 mile per hour. No, that's slow.
Oh wait.
The wind speed.
Oh, the wind speed.
The wind speed is like 200, but it's only moving at 1 mile per hour. That's horrible.
It's completely terrible. It's what for Category 5 is like 150 mile
180 plus.
180 plus. God damn.
I think it was 180 or 170 plus.
Traveling that slow on land, and it was a big ass hurricane, bro. That's why it did devastating damage to Haiti.
It covered like the whole Bahamas, bro.
No, not Haiti, Bahamas. I'm thinking about the other one.
Earthquake.
Not the earthquake, but oh yeah, Haiti does get earthquakes. They see Puerto Rico, Bahamas, and Haiti all been fucked up by hurricanes.
Yeah, I think the government, bro. I think they're really controlling that shit though. And another thing that kind of makes me think. I mean, this is good though. How they turn.
Yeah.
Cause you seen how Dorian was coming straight for us, right? And that bitch just turned up coast. Just made a sharp ass turn going straight up north. Like how?
And it turned into a Category 2.
I mean, that's nice for us, but that's not kind of suspicious to y'all.
Conspiracy trying to get all the minorities out the way.
Right? Like
hurricanes hitting the Caribbeans every year or every few years.
What I had found on the website where I said wildfires are controlled by the government. They said they're using lasers or directed energy weapons.
Like a satellite?
Yeah. Say if the satellite had like a laser on it.
That sounds like some awesome power
basically.
Shit right there. Yeah. That will probably be the only way to do it. Or you can just do it. Because if nobody's there to document.
True.
Yeah. You can just go crazy or do whatever the hell you got to do.
Yeah.
Because I've heard, recently how the Amazon forest has been burning. The president's not even doing anything.
I know.
It's like, bro, that's like a good 10, I believe it was 10 or 20% of...
That's a good chunk of South America.
And that's a lot of oxygen right there.
Yeah.
The forest. I don't know, bro, but we're supposed to be moving backwards. I mean, forward, but we're moving backwards.
Yeah. And I think that's some of the wild shit, too. Like, why are the presidents of these countries, why they not doing shit? Like, nigga, we know about the shit. We not even fucking over there.
It's like, I just don't understand. You have people in the country that their profession is
it's people who live in the Amazon, too.
Yes, I've seen a few people, a few of the tribes saying that, we can't do anything.
That's it. Indonesia. I need to find it. Indonesia's burning too, bro.
They're having these wildfires out here like that?
Yeah, bro. I seen it on Twitter the other day. It was trending on Twitter. Cause this girl, she had a video and she was like, I forgot what time she said it was. It was like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. But she videotaped it on her phone. And I thought it looks like a filter, bro. It's no filter, but the whole fucking sky is red.
Sheesh.
Like, it looks wild as fuck.
Be really unfortunate to be caught in a natural disaster if it's natural.
Right? You can't even trust that shit nowadays.
Right.
Natural disaster is not even a natural.
They're already messing up. We have these wildfires who are polluting the ocean.
I'm trying to find the video. What the fuck? Okay, they don't have. I can't find a video no more. But this is a picture of it.
That's a photo. Holy
and
crap.
it looked way worse, bro. Like it was red like this, bro. Like for real.
It looks like a straight up yellow filter.
Exactly. But that's in the daytime. That's just the regular day.
Imagine breathing that shit, bro.
Exactly, man.
There's nothing you can do about it.
That shit's crazy.
That's smoke?
Yeah.
Sheesh. How big was the wildfire?
Fucking huge, bro.
What? Those are sections that were affected?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Look. Hotspots, the intensity.
See, we do need to...
That shit's fucking everywhere right now, bro. Look at that. Come on, dog.
See, it's gonna get to the point where we're gonna be basically living in an oven. Not Earth. Trying to make eggs outside on a rock.
You do that shit in Texas. Here it is, look.
Bro, that looks like straight out of a horror movie.
For real. Like, that looks like a fucking filter, dog. Like, I didn't think it was real.
Like, if you wake up one morning, you look out your window, and outside is looking like that, bro, you would... That's some shit that would be like, is the world ending? What's going on? Straight red outside. What's that?
This is not a Twitter filter. This is Indonesia. This is caused by the burning rainforest. I don't know what this first one is.
What is the first one?
I can't really tell what that is.
Well, I think this is... I don't know. Looks like a bunch of tourists taking pictures. Might be irrelevant to the photo next to it.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Shit.
Shit's wild as fuck.
Hell yeah. Shit's crazy.
And the last one. I think we already kind of spoke on this a little bit, but mass shootings are being staged by the government.
Oh, man.
I believe it hands down.
It feels that way. It really does, because they happen so frequently. No, they said that more of them happen, and a bunch of them they don't even show up on the news. Mm-hmm. They just pick these selected ones.
Yep.
And they, air them out for the news.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like...
Cause it's just like, how, well, it's still going on, but with the school shooting shit.
Yeah.
They said it's only been like, maybe 20, 25 of them that's been talked about as like major on TV. If you look it up, it's been over like, I think I looked it up in like July. Like at the time, it was like over 200, bro.
Because the number it's high, it's up there.
Yeah, it's been like over 200 school shootings.
Yeah, because if you're not a person that, occasionally watches the news, you'll probably hear about 4 of them throughout a whole year. But there's way more.
Exactly.
Way more.
And that's like on one of the past podcast episodes I did, Mass Mental Miracle. If you listen to that one, I did some research and it says to be considered a mass shooting, it only needs to be 4 people shot. They don't have to be killed. They don't have to be injured. Well,
Yeah.
But if 4 people or more is considered a mass shooting.
Really?
Yeah.
4 people.
And I thought that was kind of low, but...
That is low, because mass shooting, you would think it would be way more, like over 30 people.
But exactly.
Yeah.
If it's only 4 people or more, it's damn near a mass shooting every day, if you want to put it that way.
Pretty much based on those charts.
But how many do we hear of?
A few. Just a few.
Exactly.
The ones that would make impact.
Yeah.
Or have a narrative.
The ones that have like 10 people, 20 plus getting shot, that's the one we're going to hear about on the news. But 4 people or more, that's every day, bro. Like Orlando, come on now.
Oh my God, Orlando's trash.
Like that's every day on the news, bro. Orange County.
Yep.
Orlando, somebody done got shot.
I just... Oh man.
But that's crazy though. I think they're being staged. But for example, they said the Sandy Hook elementary shooting. Remember that one?
That was with the kid?
The kids in Colorado, I think it was.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
That one, the Sandy Hook shooting, the Boston Marathon bombing.
That was ridiculous.
They say, I don't know how that one was staged.
It was, I don't know how it was staged. I know how it happened. It was these, based on the news, it was these 2 Middle Eastern
like Islamic radicals.
Yeah, Islamic radicals.
Yeah. So they had bombs on them or whatever. But Boston Marathon bombing, the Sandy Hook, 2002 Aurora Theater, or 2012 Aurora Theater.
Is that the one where the Batman movie premiered?
Yeah, when they premiered the Batman movie and the guy came in dressed up like the Joker or something and shut up the place.
Yeah, a lot of people died there. That was sheesh.
Yeah. That's one of the wildest ones. To me, like in my opinion, that's pretty fucking wild. Because people said they thought it was part of the show. Because, that was a big Batman movie.
It was on premiere, like the movie.
It was on
just
premiere
came
night.
out. It was either during premiere night or premiere weekend, but the movie just came out.
Yeah, that's what they say. Like people, they thought it was like some of the movie theater workers, like they had put it together part of the movie. Since it was a big premiere, they knew everybody was coming to see it. They thought it was just part of the show, so people was into it.
Yeah.
But niggas started shooting up the place, throwing like tear gas bombs and shit.
It's like, it's sad, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, what motivated him to go to a movie theater on that day just to shoot up people and dress up as a Joker?
Yeah.
Was he dressed up as a Joker?
Yeah.
I never even heard of Buddy dressed up as a Joker.
Yeah, so they said it. They thought it was part of the whole movie premiere.
That's crazy. See, unpredictable, bro.
Yeah. Crazy as fuck, bro.
It's like the craziest part is a lot of these people.
It's just like the Las Vegas shooting.
Oh my, that's the sketchiest one of all.
Yeah.
Super sketchy.
And bro, they was making me so mad on the news because they were talking about how dude, he came in the hotel, like he checked in the hotel, and he had
Bags.
all these bags, and he had like fucking millions of rifles and ammo. How the fuck?
How the fuck did he make it past checkout?
How, bro?
Those bags had to look suspicious, bro. If he had all that ammunition in there and those weapons.
Like, you can't fold up a long ass rifle, dog.
No, you can. Those bags must have been big.
And they say he had more than one, or it was more than one shooter. That's what they were saying.
I believe there was more than there was.
I believe it was
another shooter. The only way he would get in the, what was it, a hotel?
It was a music festival.
No, but the place he checked in.
He was at a hotel.
Yeah, he checked into the only way I can see him actually going in there with all those guns is if he took his time to take them all apart and put them into small bags and put it together.
Yeah.
But even then, with the photos they release, all those weapons, it looked like it'll be a job for more than one person.
Exactly.
Like, that makes no sense to me.
I seen a video where, they had people like screaming and shit in the background, and you can hear the rounds going off. Whether it could have been automatic, but you can hear some of the rounds they going off at the same time. So it's more than one person.
I heard about that.
Like, for real.
Yeah, it's like other shots, like different times.
And you can hear them like in different angles, coming from but.
And that was also around the time where they were talking about gun control and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But I believe it, man. I believe it.
It's like that's a hard one because it's what would be the goal if you're staging all these mass shootings? It's like, are you trying to get people to buy more guns so they can actually feel protected?
Yeah, that's a crazy thing because that is what happened. Niggas went and loaded the fuck up on guns.
I bet. It's like,
but then that's the problem. Then I heard a politician say this, that America done started a problem that they can't finish, which is guns.
Yeah, it's like you're scaring people. People buy guns now. You're basically gonna have everybody's neighbor is gonna be armed at some point in the future.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that's our government.
Yeah. It'll work.
Oh, for sure.
It could. I don't know. That shit gonna be like a fucking purge if so.
Right. Shoot. I know you have the top tier, the top dog, head honcho of all conspiracy theories.
Which one?
We're in the Matrix.
In the Matrix?
We're living in the Matrix.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You never heard of that one?
I think I've heard of it, but I mean, I didn't really know
say the Matrix
because I've never seen the movie.
Oh, you never seen the movie?
No.
All right. So basically, let me give you a summary. There's this guy named Neo.
Okay.
All right, or as they refer him in the movie.
Is that Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves' character.
Okay.
AKA John Wick, Baba Yaga.
Right.
You feel me? Pencils on deck. So he's going about his own life, but he starts to notice different. I think he's a hacker, and he has an office job.
Okay.
And he starts noticing like these weird things that are happening around him. It's probably I'm doing a terrible disservice on how to explain this movie, but essentially he was never living out his life. He was stuck in a machine projecting the life he was living in, or that he thought he was living in. And
that's why they say we're living. Yeah. Oh, okay.
See, he was never in control of his life, and when he left out the United States, everything was nothing. It was machines.
Yeah.
It was machines. Basically, programming, making artificial babies so they can keep continuing the Matrix.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm surprised you never seen that movie.
You know why I've never watched that movie?
Why?
What's that guy, Lawrence Fishburne? I don't like him.
Bro, he's such a great actor.
He looks just like my uncle, bro. It creeps me the fuck out.
Hey, just think about it. It's your his parallel universe uncle, and he's talented, bro. And he's in the Matrix.
No, because I got him and my uncle confused at one point.
Really? How?
They look just alike, nigga.
Hey, yo, Lawrence.
Like, they dead ass look alike, bro.
Hey, that's not my name.
This shit's weird as hell.
Right?
But no, I've never seen that one. I thought you was gonna say, talking about the biggest conspiracy theory of them all. Nigga, I've never heard that one.
You really?
About the Matrix?
The Matrix? You never seen the movie, so...
Yeah.
If you never seen... It's because,
I mean, I've heard shit like, Bigfoot and...
Bigfoot.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Bro, Bigfoot could just be a hairy-ass tall dude in the jungle. And he's just chilling.
That's what they say.
Or it could be a tribe of people that are just secluded in that area and they don't show themselves to other people. Or they have a good way of maneuvering around the woods. If there's Bigfoots. Because you know how they have the footprint, those sideways bullcrap photos or whatever?
Yeah. It's like, I be hating those, bro. They get on my nerve with that shit.
It's like, the Bigfoot one looked like, hey, yo, smile. And I guess he wasn't standing still. It looked like he's moving forward in the photo. It's like, that's Bigfoot right there.
But here's my thing. Like, even with all these conspiracy theories, like, if the shit is true, what's the problem?
What's the problem? The problem is we're fucked.
What some of them, yeah. but like all of them. Okay, like look.
See,
who gives a fuck if Elvis Presley is living as John Burrows?
We don't care about that.
Who cares?
I wasn't there for his prime.
Tupac.
I would care. Yeah.
If he faked his death, that nigga did a good job. So what?
And I wouldn't want to come out at this point and be like, yo, I'm back. That'll be...
Yeah, no, hell no. Nigga, you can't come back. The fuck?
I'm about to drop a diss record.
That's the thing about faking your death. You cannot come back. You gotta stay wherever the fuck you at.
You faked your death for a reason. I'm like, you don't want people to look for you.
Like, wow, like, you were the biggest liar. I can't believe shit you tell me.
I know this ain't a conspiracy theory, but I read it last night and it was wild. It reminded me of that. Because it's something similar, but not really. Mm-hmm. You know how you fake your death and you can go all these years fooling everybody and somebody saw you in another country? You get what I'm saying? Like,
has that happened?
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
That's funny.
Possibly. Like, hey, yo, I thought you was dead. I'm like, you try to ignore it. But anyways. Yeah. Yesterday I seen, it's something similar, but not really, but it reminded me of it. It's this family, right? Uh-huh. They try to get listen to this, their little adopted daughter arrested because they're in fear that she's a sociopathic killer. She's a killer. She's dangerous.
I believe it only because she's adopted.
No, it gets crazier. She's adopted. She's actually a dwarf, and she was 22 years old. And she was living with this family.
They thought she was a kid?
Yeah, they thought she was a kid this whole time until they started noticing weird behavioral... I don't know, like the kid was acting smarter than the kid, Kids aren't smart. Kids are dumb. You teach them to be smart.
Okay, but look, you can't tell the difference between a dwarf and a kid, though.
But the fact that it happened is crazy. The movie The Orphan. Bro, that's...
Wait, but there's... Okay. Okay, wait. Because that's a kid, though.
It's not a kid. That's a grown... Well, no, in the movie... Well, the actress, it's a kid. But in the movie, that was a grown-ass person with, like, an aging disease or something.
Who played him? Who played the orphan?
No, it's a little girl. But in the movie, for movie purposes... Okay. It's a grown person. But I'm saying this happened in real life. Okay. And I read about it yesterday.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Imagine living with a different family and you're 25 but you look 8.
See, that's why I'm not adopting nobody. I'm not adopting kids, pets, none of that shit.
Shit. I need to see that social security number so we can see where were you born at, how old you are.
But like I was saying, if it's true though, why, like... What if the earth is flat?
That would be crazy.
Is that bad though?
I mean, if it's not really affecting us in any way.
There we go.
And wouldn't it be easier for meteors to straight bob and weave, Earth bobbing and weaving all these meteors, bro? We're flat. We ain't round.
It's clean, bro.
Shit.
Like UFOs, I think that's completely fine. The moon don't exist.
Shit.
Is that a problem?
I mean,
it would be daytime all day, right?
But they say the moon is responsible for, you know, gravity, Earth's gravity, you know, with the tides and shit like that. Earth's oceans. Some animals, you know, they benefit off of that. You know how you have high tide and low tide? You know, that's somehow tied to the moon and its gravity. I don't know, but I mean, it's a necessity, but I'm not a scientist. If it's not real and that's a projection, oh well.
I want a scientist on the fucking show because I gotta ask them a lot of questions. Here's one theory I have about science. They gonna fuck us up.
Science.
I'm serious, bro. Science is gonna get us fucking killed, bro.
Science is a good thing and a completely terrible thing.
My science teacher told me in middle school, she said, to be a scientist, all you have to do is ask what if questions.
What if questions? That's true.
What if and why? Why is the sky blue? I don't know. Go fucking investigate on that shit. That's what they do.
Yeah. The one that had me mind blown when I was younger was the ocean. The ocean's not even blue.
Who said that?
It's like the ocean is.
The ocean's green though, right?
I don't even know the color. Okay, it says it's blue because of the reflection of the sky.
Well, that's good though. That could be.
It's like.
I mean, cause you get water out the sink, it's clear.
Yeah, and you get water out of the ocean in a cup, it's clear.
That's good. Who told you that?
It's like, I don't know who told me, but I've always stuck with it ever since.
It might be a genius, bro.
I've heard about this when I was little because it's, you know, it was stuck out because you don't hear people saying stuff like that.
The only way water has color if it's dirty.
Of course. Shit, Daytona people be shitting in Daytona Beach. That's some color right there.
That's good. I need to look that up. That's some good.
You didn't know that?
No.
Hold on.
What about what?
The ocean and the color.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Like the ocean, it's blue because of the reflection of the sky.
Nigga, if I draw you a picture of the ocean right now, I'm coloring that bitch blue. It's not because of the sky.
Yeah, but that's our perception of the ocean. That's what we perceive.
Yeah, but that's not my perception. I think that bitch blue. Water is blue, baby. Yes, sir. That's that good water.
I mean, that's how the general consensus perceives the ocean. I mean,
fuck it.
That bitch gray.
No, hell no. That's some dirty ass shit right there.
Hold on, I'm gonna do my Googles real quick because I never really Googled it.
Like, I need to know this shit. This is breaking news right here.
What I just said.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
For me, it is, nigga. I ain't never heard this shit.
The blue wavelengths of light are scattered, similar to the scattering of blue light in the sky, but absorption is a much larger factor than scattering for the clear ocean water. So essentially, yes, the sky has something to do with it, but there's obviously.
So it does have a color, but.
I mean,
it's partially the sky.
Yeah, it says the ocean is blue because of the way it absorbs sunlight, according to the national, blah blah blah, the NOAA. When sunlight hits the ocean, the water strongly absorbs long wavelength colors at the red angle. Can't even fucking read this shit.
Let me see.
Oh man.
Let me see. Where you at? Oh.
I need my water. It's like
when sunlight hits the ocean, the water strongly absorbs long wavelength colors at the red end of the light spectrum, as well as the short wavelength light, including violet and ultraviolet.
So yes.
This has been a Loop Logic Podcast.
Breaking news.
Hey, nigga, that don't tell me shit.
Well, I just gave you the summary. That was a scientific answer.
Yeah, no, I don't need that. I don't need no scientific answer.
Oh man. Oh, the one that everybody's been talking about for these past few years.
What?
Is water wet?
Bro.
Is water wet?
Okay, what do you think? Real quick, what do you think?
Yes. But people tell me I'm wrong. I mean, I'm touching this shit and it's wet. Are they? People tell me you touch it and your hand is wet.
Water's not wet.
Water's not wet?
Water is not wet.
So it touches the surface and it
No. Look, water is not wet. Okay? You touch water.
And your hand becomes wet.
Your hand is wet.
Yes.
The water itself is not.
But that, to me, personally, that makes no sense. Because you're touching the water and it's wet. The water itself...
No, you are wet. The water is not.
I mean,
the
yes,
water is water.
That makes sense, but...
I love it.
I hate
I love it.
That doesn't sit right with me.
That's perfect. That makes perfect sense to me.
That's how you get into an argument with somebody. Is water wet?
It makes sense though. Like, it's crazy as fuck, but it's not wet. Say if you look, I give you a glass right here. You pour some water in it.
It's not wet.
The water's not wet.
The water's not wet.
Is the cup wet?
Yes.
No.
Bro. Oh, because it's holding the water. You. God damn. Next topic.
Hey, for real though, it's not. Water is not wet, bro.
That doesn't sit. Even though that's probably true,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't sit well with me.
I'm going with it.
Nigga,
it's not wet.
Water is wet.
Water
is a wet property.
Water makes things wet.
No, water is wet and makes things wet. Final answer. Boom.
No, water can't be wet.
We're gonna end up fighting, bro.
It can't.
Why not? Do you have the answer to that, sir?
I did. I forgot.
Oh, God damn.
This has been Loop Logic Podcast. That's all I have for today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is my guest,
Dennis.
Mr. I ain't gonna say your last name.
Just Dennis.
This is my guest, Dennis Tha Menace.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being a guest.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for being part of the loop. And we are out.